back to another video. So we are going to be continuing on with the Heavensward replay veteran walkthrough. And if you remember last time, we finally reached the Sea of Clouds. We dealt with the Moogles and their shenanigans. And we had to wait a little while until the winds died down so that we would actually be given a chance to go and meet Race Valgar. So this is going to be the episode where we actually get to do that. So yeah, I can't wait to see Race Valgar again. He's probably one of my favorite characters, I mean, despite the fact that he's a dragon. And I don't know, he just has like a special quality and a character I really like. It's like there's just something really unique about him. And he is very unique if you think about it, because he's a dragon who fell in love with a mortal. So, okay, so here we are back on just outside of Zenith. We're with our traveling companions, as well as with Malkan. So, let's see. Heart of Ice. Malkan is gazing meaningfully at the path to Zenith. The campfire was so cozy. I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Race Valgar back to the skies above Zenith, I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest point of the palace and summon him with the toot of that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now if it's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you. I like how he said that, like he thinks that we're about to be eaten or something. Oh well. To Zenith we go. I'm just gonna ride my way there. So many ruins. I'm guessing the dragons have destroyed a lot of it, like after everything that happened over the 1,000 years. But I noticed some parts of it are still intact. Strange. But here we are at the palace. This is Zenith and has to be one of my all-time favorite locations. Oh, it's so beautiful and so sad. Oh, this music, it gets me every time. It's playing like the sad version of Dragon Song. Which makes sense because the song is, at least in part, in reference to Race Valgar and Shiva. As well as to what happened like during the war and like what caused the war and everything. Oh man. It's so pretty here. I hope we get to come back to visit here, like in future expansions or something, because I just love coming here. I was enjoying a nice little stroll home on my own here. It really adds to the role play, and suddenly someone comes flying by in a mana cutter. Okay, I can see Nidhogg's lair too from here. Here we are. Oh, and an ether current. What do I have? Oh, there's only 4 left around here. Not including any, like, special quests. So this is the place. It is time, Warrior of Light. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. Alright. Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude? Oh, his voice. I love his voice. Oh, he is gorgeous. I really hope we get to see him more in Endwalker. I really do.
Grace Velga.
Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Well, he's one of the first broods, so it's not surprising.
Grace Velga. Do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Travania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit hath descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know?
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool, the light but illuminated the past for thee, it did not grant thee omniscience. The spirit thou hast summoned belonged not to Shiva, but 'tis but a shade, conjured by thine own fancy. The age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly, beguiled by the dark one's lies. They attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms. The divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my brute brothers. Such gods are not summoned but created, phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me.
But was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child. I know I'm not doing his voice justice. I really know that.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelga, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
I think I'm just gonna stay quiet. I just want to enjoy this scene, and I just He really looks like he's about to eat us in that moment. I love how he's telling the story. It's like in painted art form. I wonder if they knew that it would cause like 1,000 years of suffering if they did that. So I'm sure if they did know that, they would never have done it.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
I think it would be a bit more honest than... I mean, he doesn't have any reason to lie.
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
This was an interesting bit of revelation, too.
Then, the seed lies within us.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
That explains how Nidhogg's army is forever able to keep growing, despite how long it takes for them to grow up.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance An eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
I have not come this far
Because
only
there's no
to
point
admit
reasoning
defeat.
with him.
We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Yeah, but they are innocent because they weren't the ones who did the crime. That was somebody else. Well, that's sad. Oh man, she's so dejected. What false god is this, Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? As predicted, Iceheart's faith in the wyrm was misplaced, which leaves us but with one recourse. You know I have the right of it, warrior of light. Sad thing is, I think he is right. Hreysvalgar was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power, the will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even onto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned served only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. Nope. Wyrm's lair. Alphino is considering your party's next course of action.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hreysvalgar.
That's true, and there's really not much
your
other
efforts
choice.
at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Wyrm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And with two Azure Dragoons working in unison, who can say what might be possible? But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the wyrm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
If you only knew.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
That is dark. So that's the true history. Well, mostly true. There's still some pieces that we have yet to learn, but we will find out about that very soon. The thing is that there really is no other option. I mean, Nidhogg's been driven pretty much mad. It'll be okay. So we're gonna have to part ways with Izel for the time being. Got no other choice. We have to move on. But we will see her again before the end of the story. Oh boy. I'm more impressed that Ishgard was able to keep all that truth hidden for 1,000 years. Like, surely, like, the true story of that would have gotten out somehow, because the people of Ishgard would have known. I mean, they wouldn't have, like, 1,000 years ago, the people who lived in Ishgard way back then, they would have known that something big must have happened. Like, something had to have changed to have broken the treaty with them, and it wouldn't have taken them long to realize that Ratatoskr wasn't around anymore. And that the Heavensward was using unusual strength and powers that are beyond mortal comprehension. Yeah, so... I mean, they must have done a good job. Another thing, while he was telling the story, I love how they went ahead and, like, they were telling it like a story, like, from Norse mythology. And I do know that Ishgard and, like, all of Heavensward is kind of based a little bit off Norse mythology, especially, like, with the names like Reisvalgar, Ratatoskr, Nidhogg. Those are all from Norse mythology. Like, Reisvalgar is the name of the eagle that flies around, like, the top of the branches of Yggdrasil, the Tree of Life. Ratatoskr was the name of the squirrel that kind of ran up and down the tree trunk. And Nidhogg, of course, is the dragon that lives in the roots of Yggdrasil. Yeah, my family has Norwegian roots, and so we're kind of proud of that part. But let's go through here. So that's where the area is, where all that black and purple cloud is. Yeah. I'm sorry, I have to grab a piece. I want to get some more pieces of armor. So I think I'll just go ahead and skip a little bit ahead, okay? Okay, so I went ahead and completed that little task and got some more pieces of armor. So we're still heading on. Got 2 more dragons waiting for us. traveling through the landlord colony. Thought I could just sneak around through here. New location. Ooh, current. I like how we have like these dead, like blackened trees, and then we have like those glowing white trees. Like it's semblance of Wraysfalgar and Nidhogg. Okay. These dragons that like crawl around on the ground like that are kind of creepy. So this looks like some sort of old watchtower. Looks like it's been burned black with soot. And another current. Wow. I'm not even trying to find them now. That's what I think. It's definitely a current. So I'm just go ahead and grab that. Don't need to worry about it too much though. It's gonna be around here. There they are. Stinian, pray tell me I am wrong. Yep, that's the area right above us. How'd those pieces of building get locked up in there? I'm guessing it'd be ether current.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's not dark and foreboding at all.
That would be the Airy. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the Primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
I remember that.
Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
I don't think there was anything good about the old days. You telling me what to do all the time in such a presumptuous manner, leaving me to do most of the footwork while you guys just sort of sat back, relaxed, and repaired the ship, running off like on bunch of fool's errands before finally getting it right. Yeah, nothing good about it. If I want to remain a recourse to violence, then we should seek out the swiftest path to victory. With every moment we hesitate, Ishgard's prospects grow bleaker. New winds, old friends. Estidian would have you enlist the aid of said Garland. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the Airy. I can offer no better solution. Pray consult with this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. He would have done something like that. And steal all the glory from myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. Suggest we rendezvous back at Saint Redene's Forum, Claire. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, said we'll still be in Ishgard. You behave yourself. I'll meet with your engineer friend. Yeah, you know. You're gonna wait here for in case the worm shows up. Alright, let's head back to Ishgard then. Okay, so I just teleported back. Wanted to take care of that quest real quick. So... heading up here. There's Alphino. When you last saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians on their alien airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or maybe even the Skysteel Manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who? Sir Emmerich would seem the obvious choice, but there's no guarantee he will be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Well, I think we can help out with that. Ah, I have it. Count Edmond's youngest son prides himself on knowing all the Holy Sea's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Manalaine is about. I mean, the Skysteel Manufactory is right there, so if you want to try looking there first. And I agree, like, Emanalaine's probably our best option right now. I guess he has his uses after all. Oh, hello. When it comes to, exchanging information of uncertain origin, Lord Manalaine is something of a progeny. Not sure if that's a good thing. We are fortunate to find Lord Manalaine at home. The tavern's keeper's loss is our gain. That's not good! It really is not a good thing. Ah, the hero returns. How goes the fight, old girl? Well, I trust. In search of a Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more! Taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. So it seems the project has been plagued with mishaps from the start. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. So the airship landing it is then. Airship landing. Yes, I thought as much. Come, Claire, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. I almost called him Sid Garland instead of just Sid. If you do find Master Garland at the airship landing, I trust you won't forget who told you where to look. Credit where credit's due and all that. Sure, we'll leave that. We'll send a thank you card or something. Okay, heading out. So the fastest way is through here. There. Oh, there everyone is. What's that? There are dragons coming? Sorry, can't talk now. Have to finish this job and get out of here. If Ishgard comes under attack, we'll just have to get out of the city pretty sharplish. Don't much like the idea of leaving a job half finished, though. I'd rather leave the job half finished and get out before dragons are breathing fire at me. That's just my opinion, though. Clear! Delphino! How fare you both? Not terribly well, judging from your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I'm sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favor. You know something I just realized? We didn't see Sid at all in the Endwalker trailer. Why is that? Another wind barrier? You say it was conjured by Nidhogg. Well, the Enterprise would certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare against the dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. If they took it into their heads to incinerate the Riggin, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. In other words, we'd be crispy. There must be something we can do. Some manner of weapon we could employ. Estinian stands vigil at the edge of the churning mist, but we do not know how much longer. Alright, I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. Well, they're happy about it. Probably best if I let the lad show you. Come on, the manufactory is not far. Yeah, it's only on the other side of the city. I wonder how Nidhogg prefers his humans, or I guess mortals. Like crispy or like burnt black before he devours them. So it's like medium rare, or crispy black. I don't know. Product's just inside. Oh, you're gonna like this one. Actually, yes, especially since we get to keep it.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
That is one sleek design. I wish I had that in real life. That'd be so cool.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
I remember that!
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on her. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution.
In other words, it uses the ether around it to help it
Actually,
fly.
I'm upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
Tataru! Oh, she's adorable in that outfit.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace, the Sultana.
I almost forgot about that.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the mana cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
I got no complaints there. And there we are, the three of us again. The terrible trio. But I think that's actually a good place to end it. We'll save the next episode specifically for Udal and rescuing the Sultana, hopefully. Alright. I am as intrigued as you, Claire. Shall we hear what news Tataru has brought us? Oh, sure. Hello, Tataru. General Summons. Yes, that's the next quest, but like I said, we'll save that for next time. Anyway, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. That was a lot of fun. And like I said, I love it whenever we have Rhys Falgar on screen. He's just an amazing character. Even though he's a giant dragon, he's still an amazing character. I really do hope we get to see more of him in Endwalker. I know we're going to be seeing his brother Vitra. Well, I think it's a brother. It might be his sister. I mean, they never said specifically if Vitra was male or female, but we will be seeing Vitra in Endwalker, so hopefully we will be seeing more of Rhys Falgar as well. But yeah, until next time, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and we'll be heading back to Udal in the next episode, and we'll see how everything works out with Raubon, the Sultana, and hopefully it will end without any kind of violence. So until next time, everyone, that's bye-bye.